Dating again after a divorce can be very intimidating, especially if you have children. In addition to the usual challenges that dating presents, divorced parents face three important questions. Number one, are you ready to begin a relationship with someone new? Number two, are your children ready for you to be dating? And number three, when is it appropriate to introduce your children to a person that you're dating? In this video, I'll address these questions and offer tips to help you and your children transition through this especially difficult time. Don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borello. Welcome to my channel. So let me start by saying that I expect that many people will disagree with my suggestions about dating or getting into a relationship again after your divorce. After all, take things slowly with Mr. or Mrs. Wonderful. It's not advice that's easy to hear and it's harder to follow, especially if you've met someone with great potential. That said, here are some things to consider. Number one, when do you know that you're ready to consider a relationship again? A divorce is probably one of the most painful and difficult experiences you'll ever have. It'll turn your life upside down and inside out. Divorce involves separating your identity from your other half and starting life over again as a single person. And when you have children together, the difficulty is compounded by helping your children to cope with their new reality. Remember, adjusting and healing takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. But I'm often asked how long it takes to recover emotionally. Well, every situation is different, but most people start to enjoy life again within 6 to 12 months after the divorce is final, and depending on the length of their marriage. Add 1 month to those numbers for every year of marriage after the first. So if you were married for 6 years, you should expect to be pretty well adjusted in 12 to 18 months. Again, that's just an estimate and everyone is different. But the question is, should you be dating during that time? I guess my answer is yes and no. So let me explain. For many newly divorced parents, dating again is the last thing on their mind. But for others, they believe that dating can help take the focus off their ex-partner and provide a needed boost in self-esteem. So it might be fun to casually date, to meet people and things like that. But getting into a serious relationship is probably not a wise idea. Professionals suggest that divorced parents with school-aged children should wait at least a year before they begin dating, or should I say, getting into a relationship again. Yes, dating can be exciting and offer temporary distraction from your grief, but getting serious too soon may set you up for more disappointment. That's why it's important that you recognize when it's too early to be getting in a new relationship or a serious relationship. In my last video, I discussed some of the signs that you're still hung up on your ex. I've included a link to that video in the comments below, so check that out. Look, I get it. A divorce literally means redefining yourself from a life partnership to a life as a single, independent adult. And that new life can feel lonely and it takes time to adjust to. Having a companion or a romantic relationship can feel great, especially when you're connected emotionally on an emotionally intimate level. After all, loneliness is when you feel like you want to be connected with someone emotionally, but you have no one to connect with. That's why in a period of transitioning after a separation or divorce, it's important to be connected with a network of supportive friends and family who have your back, who can be trusted and you can connect with emotionally. Getting to know the new you takes time, and that time is essential to have a healthy relationship in the future. I've argued that taking care of yourself and being your own best friend are essential prerequisites for dating and for developing a healthy and happy relationship. That means you know yourself well, the new you, the one sans the other half, and you are able to listen to your own inner voice that knows what makes you happy and keeps your family happy. After my own divorce, I spent a great deal of time getting to know myself again. Yes, I got to really know and love the new Antonio, a divorced father of 2 children. But thankfully, he's a lot like the old Antonio, so we cool. When you know that you're emotionally ready, you'll still have to consider if your children are ready to accept the fact that you're dating again. Often, parents are ready to get back out there, but their children are not ready for that. Some parents are relieved to sign the divorce papers and feel like they can finally move on with life, but their children face a different reality. Legal finalization is often just the beginning of the difficult family transitions that they must handle. As parents move out of the marriage home and into separate residences, children face changes in daily routines as well as changes in supervision. Some will have to move from their primary home into a new neighborhood with different schools and peer groups. As a parent, you might experience relief and newfound freedom, but your kids are just beginning to feel overwhelmed. When you've decided that you're emotionally ready to begin dating again, you'll need to consider how difficult it'll be for your children. If they're having difficulty adjusting to their new life, adding another change will certainly complicate things for them. See, children find parental dating stressful for several reasons. Many will worry about having to share you with someone else. Other kids may be threatened and feel that if you fall in love, you'll have less love for them. And for some children, the realization that their parents are dating again shatters any remaining hopes for their parents reuniting. I know it took a long time for my daughter to accept the possibility that her dad was going to be dating again. She was terrified that her daddy would love another woman more than he loved her. That's me. Like many children, she looked at love like it was a limited resource and feared that if her parents liked or loved another adult, it would result in less love for her. Your children are probably going to be anxious when you begin dating. That's just a fact. That's why it's important to begin talking with your children and exploring their feelings before you sign up for your favorite online dating site. Invite them to talk about their fears, empathize with them, and validate their feelings. Reassurance that your love and care for them will not change goes a long way. So give them concrete examples of important family experiences that will always stay the same. Number 3, should you introduce your new partner to your children? Most professionals recommend waiting until a relationship is serious before introducing your children. In my opinion, serious means that you've been exclusively dating for at least 6 months and you both see a future together. If you cannot see yourself with this person long term, it's probably best to skip that introduction. So when you're ready, talk with your children about introducing them to your new partner. Plan a casual but fun activity that your children will enjoy. Tell them what to expect and explain what you expect from them. Don't be surprised if your children don't take an immediate liking to your new friend. Take it slow and give your children the time that they need to adjust. If you push the relationship on them too quickly, your plan will likely backfire and cause more problems. The good news is that your children want you to be happy. So address their fears and give them some time. They'll be happy about your relationship too. So what do you all think? Do you agree with my timeline regarding dating? And if your children aren't ready, do you think it's okay to not tell them that you're dating, especially if you aren't serious with anyone? And finally, have I missed any important considerations that divorced parents face? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please take a moment and hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Let's chat about this below. I'll see you in the next video. Dating again after divorce. When do you know you're ready to consider a relationship? A relationship? What's a relationship? It's a cool thing. Tell them what to expect. It doesn't happen overnight. There's a ghost in here. Remember, adjusting in hell. Wow. Divorce. I get it. Why can't I say divorce? Divorce. So give them concrete examples of important family experiences that will always call you at that time. For sure. Divorced parents face. Leave a comment below and let's start a discussion about this phone call, like this. Hello. I know it took a long time for my daughter to accept the possibility that her dad was going to be dating again. She was terrified that her daddy would love another woman more than he loved her. That's me. Like many children, she loved her daddy. Can you blame her though? I mean, come on. Like many children, she looked at love like it was a limited resource and feared that if her partner, no, she doesn't have a partner yet.